Get them started down there. Y'all gotta get that trailer cleaned though. We already got bitched out about stuff flying off. Behind the black truck. Tell them to blow that off and y'all go ahead and take is you know, it builds up heat and there's nowhere for the heat or air to go, so it starts getting hotter and hotter and hotter until it's burning. And so we pulled up this morning and there was some smoke coming out. Everyone was just hanging out and I was like, y'all gonna put the fucking mulch pile out? Fucking put all the mulch right on top of the brush, you know what I mean? If the mulch is burning, it's one thing, but if it's this close to the brush and the whole fucking mountain of brush burns, and this chipper's right on top of it. Started. We'll finish this. I told Steven just to bring the 308 and then go get the skid. It's not far from there.
Hey, switch that.
God damn it, Vince. That's all ash. That was probably 40 feet deep, burning that deep. And the pile was all the way out there. And this is all the way against the dirt cut. That's how deep it's burned. You think we should put the drywall up and screw it tight or take this down?
Asking if he could help us too. We have a little cabin up there in the mountains and they want standardized soil erosion prevention. They're talking about hydro seeding. They're saying that that's a good way to go, and then let it grow the next year or so and it'll catch hold. What do you think? Is this something you could do, John?
It is, yeah. And depending on the slope, hydro seeding may be a great option, it may not. But we can definitely look at what we need to do for erosion control on it. We're doing a large horse arena project down there coming up. We actually just signed the contract for that yesterday.
Okay.
So if you want, I'm happy to ride by and look and see what you got going on while I'm down there.
That'd be great.
I'll swing by there and look at it, and if it's all right, I'll just give you a call while I'm there and give you some suggestions on what I think we should do.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, man.
All right,
Will do.
They're riled up.
Yeah?
We kicked the anthill this morning. They're all
sweet.
Yeah, they ran. They loaded a bunch of stuff in the trunk of a car and took off out of here as fast as they could go.
Something in the back of it.
They didn't want it seen, huh?
Yeah, they got two of them. They got one of them almost all the way down, and the other one halfway down. And,
Okay. Yeah, and there's nothing to the one in the back.
and the one in the back's just junk pile.
This house was livable when they bought this place a little less than a year ago. They've come up and like pulled the side and everything off of it. And that was, see that house, it was fine. There's nothing left to it. Is it not a release in this?
Yeah, this is the only release.
Huh.
This
button that.
Nothing like the smell of cigarettes in the morning. We need to get wrenches to break this loose.
So it's gotta be right here somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's right, really, the thing dropped right here. I just moved it out to get that thing up, but it's somewhere right here in this pile of shit. Breaking all this to me
Yeah.
on the edge, and it just fell off right here. Let me get some gloves on.
Yeah. Just lift this stake, walk it down there, and let that skid steer come over and start loading. Let's see what we can do about getting that line off before the mechanic gets here.
Trying to go hydraulics and stuff.
Alright.
Hey, no! Is this the only tool we have in this whole goddamn shop? Any truck here, this is the tool I've been using to take the motherfucking line off. Go get the other operator and try me down this machine, bitch. Steven, find me a motherfucking tool, not this, to take off the goddamn 3/4 line. I'm telling you, that's the one that was broken last time.
You can't patch a hydraulic line, can you?
Can't put it in something like this. Looking for that goddamn pin that should have been caught before something fell out. I mean, everyone stood at the goddamn shop till 9 o'clock this morning, not doing a motherfucking thing. You know, could have looked over the goddamn equipment, could have fucking blown the parking lot, could have picked the motherfucking trash up, you know? If the fucking machine was looked over and greased this morning, I guarantee the motherfucking pin would have been seen, you know? Back to picking the bulk of this shit up, not hand picking stuff up. Okay. Move that truck over or wherever you need to move so he can load it out. You got it.
Sitting here like, put me in, coach. Like a shoulder on this side to hold it from sliding out, but if I just put a pin in it and watch it all day, I'll probably get throughout the day with it. We'll probably have to order a new pin for it. I've already got the pin back in, but it needs a locking pin right there at least. I'll put a bolt in there. Look at this on this side. It looks like it's missing something right here, like a fucking washer or something. It's been fucking smashed.
Yeah, that pin box is all sorts of fucked up.
They gonna make it today? Is that pin broken off or teared off or anything?
It's fine, your pin box is what's screwed up, but your bolt fell off your folder.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It's gonna have slop until we fix that on the bucket, but it'll work for today.
Yeah, just get it through the day.
Yeah,
get it back to the shop.
Keep an eye on it.
I'm not glad you're here, dog. I was just raking the whole thumbs up. I was like, well, I'm done for now.
Really damn paradise, eh?
Yeah, I was pretty stoked to come out here and demo a house, and then
Then this happened?
yeah, dude, it's like always on a
Hey,
fun
man,
job.
we'll get you back on
I'm
track.
just glad you're here, dude.
Chicken houses are on my property.
Oh, are they?
They are.
they
And
said
all
that-
of that shit in the middle of it is all on my
I
property.
told them a minute ago we're gonna push all that shit to the side. They said, do I need to move the chicken house?
Yes,
I said, I
they're
think we
both
can
on
get
my
through it, but I'll tell them to move it. We got a stump down, and it's common that mulch will catch on fire. And
Yeah.
So
That's
I
kind
pulled
of what
up and
happened in
said,
Swananoa after Helene.
well, that's what I was
several
worried
months back.
about. It's like the same exact scenario. And so I got there and I seen it and I was like, that's the first thing I thought of is I don't want that.
Well, I'm sorry. I hate to hear that.
Oh, it's all good. It's just part of it, you know. It keeps it exciting.
Machines going
He
down.
said he had a fire this morning at the shop.
No way.
Yeah, I had to call the fire department first thing to come put out that stump down. That's why I was like getting down here and why they were like getting machines moved and it just seems like one machine after another is going out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they asked me if I had a pin for that bucket. I was like, no.
Yeah, they wanted the only place you can go to Charlotte or Asheville to get a pin. I was like, find the fucking pin's right here. We need to find it.
Yeah, it fell out.
Yeah, they found it.
It's always
Seriously,
something.
Always
it'll give you
something.
too much trouble.
If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it.
That's right. That's right. Clean up everything off the floor, and then I'll start trying to pull the subfloor off the metal wallet. Because, like on something like this, the frame would have been strapped to the foundation, so it'll hold pretty good. So you can pull most of the floor off of it, and then crumple up the.
Dude, this
frame.
one wasn't. I ripped the roof off and lifted the whole fucking thing off.
Yeah, a lot of them, even brand new, they're held together literally by staples. So it's better to have a big machine because you can just break it down, you know, instead of like pulling and ripping.
Say what they wanted to do with the brush.
They want to haul it out. So I guess end of the day, let's try to cram the trucks and haul it back to the shop. So all three of these houses are livable when she bought them less than a year ago, and they've just pulled all the shit off of them. So. But she wants to tear them chicken houses and stuff down, and there's chickens in them, you know. Let's go, Riley. You just keep us energy.
It's fine till you got here.
Huh?
It's fine till you got here. And then it just all went to shit.
This when you actually have a site plan done, this is what it looks like. Everything should be staked out. Where these X's are, there will be a stake with a number. You know how I'm like, oh, we're having to shoot elevations to know what the height difference is from basement to floor. Well, that someone's already fucking done that, which is how this is supposed to roll. So there's a 5-foot drop, 175 to 180, 170, 165. So it's dropping elevation. This side of the house, right? Say 152, base 140, meaning the far bottom side of the house, there's a 12-foot difference in the cut. So they already know, yeah, we can go ahead and order our 12-foot tall walls, and then they also see like from the front of the house all the way back here to the parking is all flat on grade, right? There's a 13-foot wall. See, they know all these things before we start versus like everything we're doing is a big question. And really to have all this work done is a couple $1,000. But you know that you got a 13-foot tall wall before we come to start construction. Not we start construction, they're like, hey, you're gonna have to do a retaining wall there, you know? They have this wall right here, foundation wall, 0.5 to 6.5. 0.5, 6.5, the highest point. So there, when we get down there, you'll see there must be like a dip. The retaining wall here. See that face wall. So there's a retaining wall here. It's gonna be a retaining wall like that. And then below that tree, there's gonna be another big retaining wall. So this will be cut down some and retain that. But why not just cut that out? I wonder if septic's already in the ground here. This is a tough lot for septic, dude. I wonder if they have a second. And then you put in a pump tank and pump uphill. But this, you can't put septic in like a valley. Could be putting in the T&J panel system maybe down here before the water. House corner. Look at all the trees and shit out there still. Where's the septic at here, man?
Somebody owned that property and dug a house seat and went ahead and put septic tanks in and then sold the property. It's going to be a pump system. It's got to go from down near the lake, up the hill, down the road a little bit, and then up behind, on the other side of the road. The guy that ran their system's going to finish our system for us.
Oh, okay, sweet. What are you looking for me to do? Just finish up the cut and put the driveway in and retain?
Yep.
Okay.
Driveway, finish the house cut. The rest of the erosion control. So I've got a guy he started doing the silt fence. I'm waiting on a price from him for the complete job. And so I'm trying to get a few numbers from a few other companies because we've had him tied up on some jobs and he ain't been able to get get everything done.
How far are you looking for me to go? Are you wanting me to do footings? Are they going to be Superior, CMU? What do you want me to do on that?
So yeah, the foundation will be Superior. More than likely, I would need you guys to dig the footings for those walls. Place the gravel.
I'll
So
line
that's-
item that as well, just so when you're putting some numbers together, you're comparing apples to apples. But Ali, I can't believe you're going to get them to get a truck down in this hole.
He didn't blink an eye. He said everything should be fine. It would just be a matter of an all-terrain. Yeah, it's a steep site, so it's got that ravine in the middle there and right on the lake. So there's going to be some challenges.
This is nothing for us. This is nice compared to what we're used to have to work in, but
Yeah.
some numbers on it. We like to work with GCs. I'm a GC myself. We built custom homes for 8 years, and I'm just doing the site work side of it now.
Awesome,
So
man.
we know what your pain points are. You know, we can try to make it
Yeah.
as easy as possible for you. You know,
Right.
we can get rolling on it. When are you looking to start on this?
As soon as possible.
Okay.
So,
Let me know. Appreciate it, man.
awesome. Thanks for the call.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Let's hike out of here. They're all like, well, how do you get these GC jobs? And I'm like, just stay in front of them, and at some point, their guy's gonna fuck up. It's exactly what's happened here. This guy's not getting to him fast enough, so they're calling somebody else. Several things that need to be done here really before you put the erosion control in place. First thing obviously is the gutter downspout lines. Those need to be running some corrugated line out to the woods so that, like, I'll send you some pictures right now. They're already washing the yard pretty bad just because it's so fresh, you know.
Oh, really? Is it raining out there?
Not right now, but it did rain all week last week, and we're gonna get some more at the end of the week. To the right of the driveway, probably needs a decent amount of grade work there and maybe some rock put in that ditch so it doesn't undermine the driveway. So what's beside the house, it just needs a little bit of grading done too because it's holding water.
The grader is going to come back and meet us.
Well, we should probably just look at it after he's done because there's a decent amount of site work that still needs to be done. Maybe he can do the gutter lines as well while he's here. If not, we can do them, and we can do the drainage beside the driveway, and then we can put all your erosion in place at that point. But definitely need to do some grade work before we do any of that. One more thing that you might bring to his attention is the footing drains. He's got those daylighted at the silt fence, and they probably need to go further down into the woods or at least a silt pond just past them. He's done a really good job on the silt fence, and it has caught a lot of the silt here. All that, when the silt fence comes out, you know, we need a machine to pull all that silt out before we put erosion control down. But if you're gonna be here Saturday in a few days, you'll see how bad it's washing anyways.
I lost minutes, yeah. They just sent me videos, they're done in there.
All right, make sure they clean up really good, and then I guess we could send them to get the drywall, bring it over there.
Alright, well, I'll tell them to head to the shop and get some lunch real quick while I get swap trailers.
All right, I'll meet you back there. This room needs or no?
We have one tile, but I don't think it's worth it. All the ceilings are fine. That's the problem.
These other two are good, right?
Yeah, they're fine.
This room really needs to come out too, Vince.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Another 2 rooms.
yeah, we'll do the other 2 rooms, and then what they did is put it in bags, and they got it in their truck.
It's in the trailer.
I guess they can get all the rest of this shit out too. Just get it completely cleaned out.
Dresser in there. They want them.
What you got going on, man?
I just got a tree, won't cut down, and then potentially just see on pricing. I got a big brush pile, and then a big tree fell in my yard during the hurricane, and there's still a 6 to 8 foot stump on it in the root ball.
Yeah.
And seeing just a bunch of little odds and ends like that. Really, I don't know if y'all climb or do trucks. You really can't get a truck to it unless you have a real boom.
Yeah, no problem. We can climb it and take it down. I'll swing up there and put some eyeballs on that, the standing one. I know the one that's on the ground, and then I'll look at that brush pile too and see what it's going to take to get it out of there.
All right, man. That sounds good.
All right, brother. I appreciate it.
put about 2 or 3 more 1,000 gallons of water on it. There's no way we're gonna put it out. John can call 911. I'm gonna tell communications that unless they hear from him or someone from the facility to disregard.